Welcome to the Titan Tar channel. Today we have a topic to discuss about Russia announcing nuclear military exercises in response to Western provocations. Don't miss the chance to join us and share your opinions with us. Be a member of our channel and improve your rank. Russia's defense ministry has revealed its plans to include the use of tactical nuclear weapons in future military exercises, a decision made on direct orders from the country's President Vladimir Putin. This measure, according to the ministry's statement, is a direct response to provocative speeches and threats by certain Western authorities against the Russian Federation. Although the statement does not explicitly mention the Western authorities in question, it has been widely reported that the French president made mention of the possibility of his country's intervention in Ukraine. This position has been criticized by Russia as extremely dangerous. While Macron has repeatedly stated that he does not rule out the possibility of sending troops to Ukraine, the UK Foreign Secretary has suggested that Ukrainian forces could use British long-range weapons to strike targets on Russian territory. The planned military exercises will involve training in the use of non-strategic nuclear weapons and will be attended by divisions of the Southern Military District, as well as naval detachments. Tactical nuclear weapons, unlike nuclear warheads equipped on intercontinental ballistic missiles, have a lower destructive power and include aircraft-launched bombs and warheads for short-range missiles. Russia argues that the United States and its European allies are increasing the possibility of a confrontation between nuclear powers by supporting Ukraine with weapons in its clash against Russian forces, since the Russian invasion of the country began in February 2022. Countries with nuclear weapons in their arsenals often conduct routine verification exercises, but rarely make them public in response to specific threats. The previous year, Russia chose not to ratify the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty and withdrew from a major arms reduction agreement with the United States. A military expert, a first-rank reserve captain, explained that the announcement of these unprecedented exercises indicates the severity of the situation. He suggests that if such maneuvers fail to deter the West, they could be followed by the actual use of tactical nuclear weapons. These exercises, according to him, are a message not only to Ukraine, but to the North Atlantic Alliance, which, according to Russia, has crossed several red lines. Some NATO member countries have announced their intention to send their troops to areas of a special military operation, carry out intensive exercises as far as the Arctic, and erect defensive structures in the corridors separating the Kaliningrad region from Belarus. Although NATO claims it is practicing repulse of Russian troops, in reality it is preparing for an attack from all directions. Our response is an entirely appropriate reaction to your plans. During the exercises, the missiles will only fly simulated, but this should be considered a warning. They are constantly testing the limits, trying to understand how far they can go. It is complete arrogance. They need to be warned, and I believe they will listen to us. In terms of experience and combat capabilities, the Russian army is ahead. I am confident that there is still sensible individuals in NATO who will understand that fooling around is not an option. I believe the West will not ignore the warning. Another military expert noted that this is just the first response to the West's provocative statements and threats. The next step, I imagine, will be to test nuclear weapons at a suitable test site, so the world can see what could happen to their cities in the event of war with Russia. He added that while conventional weapons have damaging factors such as shockwave and fragments, a nuclear explosion includes shockwave, light radiation, penetrating radiation, and radioactive contamination. Russia has the ability to deploy nuclear warheads on sea-launched hypersonic missiles, air-launched hypersonic missiles, and cruise missiles, in addition to land-based missiles. The term tactical nuclear should not mislead anyone. The power of these munitions is comparable to the nuclear bombs used by the United States on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. With these exercises, Russia highlights its ability to escalate confrontation. Tactical nuclear weapons could also be directed against logistical hubs, possibly including NATO bases in Europe. As for possible targets for the use of tactical nuclear weapons, there are many scenarios, including attacks on foreign troop deployment centers on Ukrainian territory, military installations in the country such as airfields, and logistics centers, from where military aid is sent to Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Officials from the United States and other Western countries have criticized Moscow for raising the issue of nuclear weapons, calling the rhetoric irresponsible and inappropriate. The G7 warned of the serious consequences of any use of nuclear weapons. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel Like the video and share with your friends. Your interactions mean a lot to us and help us grow. To the next.